then I realized that this is ISKCON, but I wanted to go some other temple.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you wanted to go somewhere else, but you ended up going to another one, another
yeah,
temple.
yeah, yeah. Yes. So
Right.
yeah.
So you heard they had a temple visit on the weekend. That's nice.
Yes, ma'am, I tried. Like because in Gujarat, many temples are there,
Okay.
and the temples are very good, like very beautiful.
Hmm.
So, yeah, so I try that once in a week we should go one temple.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
that's nice. It's always peaceful and nice to visit any holy place for that matter. Any religious place we go to is always peaceful and calming.
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Here
true.
also in Goa, there are a lot of temples actually, very beautifully constructed and pretty colors and all that. Very nice.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Okay,
it's
nice.
nice, you see any temple, church, there are mosques. There is a very famous Gurudwara also in
Okay.
in Goa. It's a place called Betim. The name of the place is, I'll write it here. Betim. Very famous. There's a nice Sikh community in over here in Goa as well. So yeah, I mean, any of these holy places you go to, it's always nice. You feel
Oh,
good, right?
yeah, yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
You feel cool and calm.
yeah. Ma'am, you go everywhere like temple, Gurdwara, or you go only church?
See, I mean, technically, I'm a Catholic, so
Yeah.
I go to church for mass and all that. But I
Okay.
do go, like, sometimes, if I feel like I walk into a temple. I mean, I respect all religions, so I don't mind going to, any religious place as such, wherever I'm allowed to go. If I'm
Yeah.
allowed to enter, I don't mind entering. We grew up
Okay.
in that kind of an environment, right, where we respected all religions and we had all mix of all people, basically, of
Yeah,
all
ma'am.
cultures. So when you grow up like that, then you learn to respect everybody's religion and, participate in all the activities and all that.
Yeah, ma'am.
So it's nice. I remember when I was, very small, you have this Kanya Puja, right?
Yeah, yeah, yes, ma'am. Navratri, in the Navratri.
Especially in Punjabis and all, it's very popular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
ma'am.
they used to always call me before I became a teenager, right? Up till a
Oh,
certain age only you can allow the child.
yes, ma'am.
So I
Yes,
used to enjoy that because first of all, you get this special treatment and you get some gift.
ma'am.
They'll make this
Yes,
lovely, puri halwa and that chana
yes,
puri and all that. So we've always been very open that way. Whatever,
okay.
even for Eid, we had lovely Muslim neighbors, so they used to always make, a biryani and give us savaya and all that. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
nice. Now, if you live like that, it's good.
Yes, ma'am. In Punjab, it's like we always says, daughters are equal. Like it doesn't matter whose daughter is she.
Mhm.
So we like treat our others' daughters like our daughters. So yeah, never like we can't never think that the girl is coming. She where is she from? Where she from? So yeah, I welcome all the girls in Navratri, even though like ma'am beggars are also
Mm.
invited. Like if beggars girls are there, so I like we should worship them also.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I mean, it is good to treat everyone respectfully and treat
yes,
everyone equally. It's always a good thing.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I grew up in that kind of an environment. So even here where I live in Goa, also everyone lives together. Like all the communities, everyone helps each other, mixes with each other, and there's no kind of
yeah,
disrespect or treat people with inequality or anything like that. It's quite cool. That's
yes, ma'am.
nice. So yes, okay, we have more people in class. We have Manisha, Punita, Manju,
Yeah, good
Tanisha,
evening, ma'am.
Nilesh, Shobha. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So, guys, in the morning we spoke about responsible tourism. If you remember, this was the article that we had read. So, do you guys have any questions from any of these words before we move on to the next topic? Anything that you all want to ask about these words?
Ma'am,
Any
what is the meaning of segment?
segment? Segment is like a section, a part of the
Section.
industry. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. And what about immersion? Immersion means mix up.
Immersion, see, immersion has a literal meaning of immersing something in water. That's the literal meaning, immersing in a liquid. But here, immersion is to involve in something, to involve in the culture, to engage with the culture.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
All right. Anybody else? Any questions? So some of you had read this article. Some of you spoke related to it. So, did anyone want to speak anything more on this article?
Yes, ma'am. Good
I
afternoon,
want
ma'am.
to. Yeah, good afternoon. Who's this?
Ma'am, actually, I don't have any doubt, but I want to say yesterday's was problem. It was solved when I uninstall my app and then again install it, so it is working properly. And thank you, ma'am,
Oh,
for
okay. Acha. Yeah, yeah,
understanding
yeah.
it.
Correct, correct. Okay, good. Shailendra had said, na, uninstall and reinstall.
Yes, ma'am, I tried this, but it worked,
Oh,
so I
great, great.
don't need to send any mail. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Good, good. Good, good to know, Tanisha. Thanks for telling me. Okay, so Alpana, yes, tell me. Alpana, you were not there in the morning, I think, no?
Yes, ma'am. I was not there. Yes, ma'am.
Acha. Okay, so you do one thing. I'm going to share the screen here. You read the article in your mind to yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and let me know what you understand, Badwe. And if you have any questions, you let me know, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
In the meantime, I'll see what the others want to say.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Manju, you wanted to say something, right?
Yeah, ma'am. After Alpna, I want to speak.
Okay, but Alpana is reading the article in her mind to herself, so you can speak in the meantime.
Right, ma'am.
Hmm.
Right now, ma'am. After
Yeah, yeah.
Alpna.
You can go ahead. Alpana will speak later.
Oh, okay. Great, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to say something about responsible tourism.
Hmm.
Tourism and tourism department of tourism, it is not responsible to overall tourism department. We expect from everything from the from uh, administration, but overall they are not labeled for any kind of facilitation to the to for the not to ma'am for public,
Hmm.
where there is public also are responsible for the maintain the environment and uh, we can say ma'am
The surroundings.
positive and negative, not to create any kind of mess on a public place or wherever uh, uh, government government land which is provided for the public.
Hmm.
We can say there is a museum and park or forest land which is provided for public,
Hmm.
where the public can stay over for a temporarily, or we can say spend the time with their families or kids, and to keep them busy for a while. But when the public or general public go there, and they stay over there, and they create ruckus, and we can say uh, s- disposable items. It is I am the witness when I saw there a lot of disposable items scattered around the area where they stay over there, and they didn't bother why it happened around us, but they enjoy, and they create the this type of culture, where they don't bother, they just we can say enjoy within their few time, not think over future. if next time when we will come over here, what would the scenario around us? But just temporarily they expect the maximum enjoyment, happiness, and enjoy and create the ruckus, and they leave there that place. And even ma'am, morning time we were discuss all kind of uh, positive or negative points. But when I had to go to outside for personal work to the government related to my Aadhaar card, ma'am, when I was going to and passing the that way, and two women were breaking the, मैम क्या बोलते हैं उसको,
Traffic.
ब्रेकिंग, नो मैम, टहनिया, twigs,
Okay.
branches of the tree. Two women were breaking the twigs and using for their own interest. When I saw, I could not control myself, and I tried to stop them, but they didn't bother me. When I tried to convince them, this is not the uh, good way which you are doing, and I had to shout on them, and they stopped themselves. Yeah. And ma'am, when municipality vehicles and even their employees even sitting on the seat of the vehicle, they didn't bother. Why do they plucking and breaking the twigs? They didn't bother. Then I asked them, why are not why are you not uh, interfering while they are to breaking the branch of the trees?
Yeah.
And they starting excusing themselves. Oh, we didn't see. So that's it, ma'am. We people also, ma'am, where I observed general public also accused, which which they should take the responsibility, where we are not take the responsibility. But some people very conscious because maintaining the eco friendly environment. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, Manju. Thank you for explaining everything so well. So yeah, you actually were in that kind of a scenario today, right? Where you saw someone breaking some branches and basically just, spoiling the environment for no reason, right? So then you had to raise your voice and try to get them to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes it's easy to make some people understand. Some of them just don't care. They won't really bother. They'll ignore you or they'll get angry with you. That's another problem, right? If we try
Yeah.
to correct somebody, they get offended. They may turn around and say something rude to us or abuse us. That also happens. So
No, ma'am, but they
challenging.
later on understood my voice, and both of them left that place and felt sorry, and we will not do in future. And that's then after that I didn't react any kind of
You didn't say anything to them.
yes, ma'am. And what I want to say, ma'am, and I want to share something important, ma'am. Whenever in the public places, administration should place and uh, place the instruction board, and even fake whatever fake the instruction they should place, because people here and there definitely read the instruction board. they should place one thing, this and this person imposed the punishment. Even either fake information placed over there, but when the person read the read the instruction, uh, that person definitely share with another person, and then the person will aware about the punishment. Next time the person will not do mistake, because when ultimately the person will uh, keep in mind, if I do wrong thing, I will be punished by the administration.
Right, right.
Yeah, yes ma'am.
That's one way of trying to solve the problem. Yes,
Yes, indirectly it may
Mhm.
be solved.
It could help. Yeah. Thank you,
Yes
Manju.
ma'am,
Well
thank you
shared.
ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome. Manju, just one small thing, at the beginning you were struggling with this word felicitation you were trying to say, na? So it's actually facilities.
Hi, yes ma'am, facilitate.
Facilities. Not facilitate. Facilities.
Facilities, yes ma'am.
The government gives us different facilities, right?
yes
फैसिलिटी
yes
अलग अलग तरीके के जो भी है वाटर
हाँ,
सप्लाई
यस सुविधाएं प्रोवाइड करते
है
हैं।
हाँ फैसिलिटीज या अगर आप फेलिसिटेट बोलोगे ना जस्ट टू लेट यू नो
या मैम।
फेलिसिटेट करना अलग होता है फेलिसिटेट माने अगर आप कहीं चीफ गेस्ट के तौर पे जाते हो फॉर एग्जांपल एक वीआईपी गेस्ट की तरह तो वो जो लोग है वो जो कंपनी है जिसने आपको बुलाया है फॉर एग्जांपल वो आपको फेलिसिटेट करेंगे मतलब शायद आपको कुछ गिफ्ट देंगे
ओके
गार्लेंड डालेंगे तो उसको कहते हैं फेलिसिटेट करना
राइट मैम, थैंक यू थैंक यू।
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Cool. Shivani, you raised your hand. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I was busy in the morning. That's why I want to speak on this topic something.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, felicitate का मतलब स्वागत करना।
स्वागत करना या किसी का जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब मोदी जी जाते हैं अलग अलग जगहों पे तो उनका
Yeah.
कैसे स्वागत होता है तो
Mhm.
उनके उनके लिए कुछ शब्द बोले जाते हैं फलाना एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट इज
Yeah.
फेलिसिटेट करना
Okay, ma'am.
या और एक एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको दे सकती हूँ सपोजिंग इन कॉलेज किसी स्टूडेंट ने टॉप किया है तो
Mhm.
उसको फेलिसिटेट करते हैं ना उसको कुछ देते हैं
Yes.
गिफ्ट या जो भी है दैट इज ऑल फेलिसिटेशन
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
गॉट इट
Ma'am, I want to ask a question.
यस
Means if I don't know the name of her, she was saying two women were cutting the branches and they were making breaking the branches, and I want to know means the what was the reason behind it, if whether they are making their fuel for making food, or they are making garbage, means we can say they are littering the land.
we'll have to ask Manju if she knows. Manju, do you know why they were breaking the branches?
yes ma'am,
Do you know why those ladies were breaking the branches?
yes ma'am, I know. Two two women were breaking the twigs and branches of the tree, because they wanted to making a fence for their vegetables.
Fence? Okay. For their vegetables, meaning what? Like, are they growing the vegetables somewhere so they wanted to make a fence?
Yes, where they were breaking the branches and collecting the branches for their fence to protect their vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, they means they are making a they are getting that thing for making a yard.
Yes, for yes.
Okay. But ma'am, I want to know what is the wrong in it, because branches means they are organic things and they are cheaper. They degrade easily. We are talking here on the rubbish things, means they are not degradable. They harm to the environment. They litter the our tourist area and means another things. So that is wrong. And if they are making uh, uh, their requirement, they are so it is not wrong.
No. Can I explain, ma'am,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
her?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know your name, dear, because we have grown those trees for maintain our environment. We need oxygen maximum, and they were breaking the branches for their own interest. If they want to, if they want to breaking the branches, they must grow first. They must grow plant sorry, they must plant the tree, and they nurturing the tree, then they can think over breaking. They just destroy the tree, and after that, when that tree will dry up, they will use for fire, their own in their own cooking, for
Yeah,
cooking.
that's okay. But I wanted to say, means it is not a garbage thing. It can degrade easily. That's why I raised this question. Otherwise, it's okay. Yeah.
Yes, because we don't have that right to break or cut or chop that tree, because of they give us life, and we are not eligible to cut that tree, which we give us a good environment to live over a healthy life. Am I right, ma'am?
No, I'm not participating in this debate, but I just want to know,
No.
was this
Ma'am,
What
it is not a debate. We are just means I got little different. Means I understand. Means it is a uh, another. मैं मुझे लगा ये अलग तरीके से था.
no
इस वजह
no
गार्बेज
my
के ये
no
तरीके से. Okay.
hello ma'am, whatever I explained, uh, that's why I ask, what could I say in a proper meaning or wrong. What That's why I ask you, am I right, ma'am?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to know, was this somebody's private property? Were they trying to break the branches from someone's private property? Or was it just on the road?
Ma'am, that tree was planted for us, and we protected those trees since last 23 years. We were nurturing those plants, and
Hmm.
someone unknown came and breaking their branches. How it could be? That's why I stopped them and
Ah,
shout on them. This
right,
is not
right,
your private property. You cannot touch them. Otherwise, I will take the action against you.
correct,
That
correct.
that's why they ran away. Because that's it, ma'am.
Right, right, correct. So what Manju is talking about is not to destroy the environment unnecessarily. And
Yes, ma'am.
Shivani, I think what you're talking about is she's talking about another thing, and you're talking
Yeah,
about
I
not
I
littering.
understand differently, ma'am. That's why.
Now you
Then
understood
And
what Manju was saying?
yeah. Then okay, it is okay.
Hmm.
I
In any
saved
case,
the
it's not okay only actually what they were doing. Either way. Yeah,
yes,
Manju, what
ma'am.
do you think?
Yes, ma'am. My message, and I wanted to educate them. You must protect the trees or plants which is surrounding around you. You must care of them, and if there is you need some branches, you must go there in the मैम जहाँ वो लकड़ होती है ना, जहाँ से सो कॉल्ड आरा लगा होता है, जो लोग सेल करते हैं वुड को, वहां आप जाओ और कलेक्ट कर लो. इट इज माय मैसेज.
Correct. That's true.
यस मैम, थैंक यू मैम.
That's right. All right. Shivani, do you want to say anything else about the article?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to say, means people are littering tourist place. Even though not only tourist place, they are littering our area, our society. And if we go to uh, uh, stop the, if we go to stop them, then they start uh, saying something another something differently. So it is means totally wrong, ma'am. And it's not for only one person. It is the one kind of uh, activity which is done by every people, so that we can keep our environment clean. And I am talking about only on the products which are not degradable. If you are making something which is acceptable to the environment, they can degrade it easily, then it is not possible, not a objection. But if you are making uh, garbage, that time it's a very big objection, we can say. And
Yeah, but Shivani, I am also trying to understand what you're saying. But if you're saying something is degradable, say if it is a, banana skin, banana peel. Now, if people are going to eat a banana and throw the banana peel on the road, the banana peel is going to decompose. But that's
yeah,
also not right, right? You can't throw that on the road. You have to put it in a bin.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
So
course.
how is degradable and not degradable? How does that make a difference? Can you tell us what you're trying to say? It's a good point, but you got to explain it better.
Yeah, ma'am. I want to say, means we are not allowed to throw anything just on the floor, means tourist place. We have given recycle bin, so we should throw these things in it. But I'm talking about if we are throwing that thing, means we have some particular area where it is allowed to throw. So if we are throwing this the thing there, then it is not a big thing, ma'am. But if we are, just say, if I'm talking about my area, we have recycle bin in outside of my area, but people are not throwing these things this in it. They are throwing this thing on the other side. So it's totally wrong. And government, if I talk about government gives us lots of facility. They have given two color of मैम उसको क्या बोलेंगे, दो जो होता है ना, एक
Wet
गीले,
and dry waste. Wet and dry waste.
wet and dry waste.
Right.
But people are not aware of it. They just throw anything in it. So it's a totally wrong, and it's not depend only on one people. All the people should do it. Then only we can manage everything, and we can keep it our area clean. And um, once was going somewhere, then there means in my क्या बोलेंगे, मेरे बिल्डिंग के उस पार, मैम उस पार भी
On the
शायद में,
opposite side?
हाँ, yes, opposite up in opposite side of my building, there is a big recycle bin. And people don't throw the garbage in it. They throw it on the other side, so it makes smell. And whenever we go to the terrace or we play in our backyard side, it's smell very bad. So means and if we go to make them understand, then they start thinking, saying like it's a not a garbage, it's a मतलब ऐसे ही कचरे हैं ये तो सब्जी के हैं और ये तो इस तरह के, then means but okay, it's degradable, but it's may we have proper area.
Right.
And in my society, ma'am, we have given some area where we can throw this organic stuff, so that they can make uh, fertilizer from it. There are so many farmers and they are making fertilizer while using these things, but people don't support them, they just throw it anywhere. So I'm talking about this thing. Yeah, we should do the things, मतलब जो चीज जिसके लिए बनाई गई है वो वैसे करना चाहिए. How
We
can
should,
we say?
you can say we should use what is provided, right? Something is being provided to us to use it in a certain way, then we should use it properly. We should not
Yes.
misuse.
Yeah. Yes,
Correct,
ma'am.
that's right. It's so difficult, but right, people find it so difficult for some reason. It's very
Yeah.
strange, but people do. That's a very good point, actually, Shivani, what you said.
And ma'am, it's my point was not, we were talking only tourist place. It's not happens in only on the tourist place. It's
Yeah,
happens
but
to,
Shivani, sorry to cut you off. This
yeah.
article is not about littering only. Okay, we are not talking only about garbage and littering. The
Mm,
article is talking about responsible tourism. So it's
mm,
talking about how when people travel from one place to another, local tourists or
mm,
international tourists, how we have to be very careful about all kinds of behavior. So whether it is littering, whether it is how we behave with people, whether it is what kind of transport we use,
mm.
are we respecting the wildlife, the plants over there? Are we respecting the people? So it's talking about tourism as a whole. It's not only about littering. I know I understood now what you're trying to say. You thought we are saying that we should not litter only at tourist places. Of course, we should not litter anywhere, right?
Yeah.
This is the article is not about littering only. The article is about tourism. For example, in India, people go from, say, for example, people come to Goa, hypothetically, and people misbehave over here. They think that they can do whatever they want. They will throw garbage anywhere they want, shout loudly on the street, drink and drive, create accidents, disrespect the people, shout in neighborhoods. All this behavior is something that is observed in Goa. So that is not responsible tourism. That is irresponsible tourism. So that's what we are talking about.
Okay, ma'am.
So even the hotels have to use the resources properly. The travelers have to use the resources properly. That kind of a thing. So littering is a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a part of it, absolutely. And what you said is that it's something that we should not do anywhere, right? At the end
Yeah.
of the day, everywhere
I thought, ma'am, it's a totally means in the morning I was in the college, ma'am, but I was listening these things. So now I got the time. I came to my room. That's why I start.
No problem. But whatever you said was also perfectly fine. It makes perfect sense. If you want, read the article that's on the screen so that you can understand, what it's trying to talk about.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. Alpana, did you read the article? Do you want to say something about it, or do you have any questions about any of the words?
Yes, ma'am, I read the article,
Hmm.
And I know, ma'am, because my son is also doing hotel management.
Mm.
So yeah, I think yes, it is right. Nowadays, like it is everyone aware of this,
Mm.
like tourism.
Mm.
Earlier people are not aware of that, but nowadays, like everyone wants to go uh, spend their vacations at good place. So if their tourism, like the we can say hospitality also.
Mm.
So if we go any hotels and or resorts, so if the reputation of that resorts is good, and then we can spend the lot of time, or like lot of uh, vacations of there, because uh, responsible tourism is like if we go there and everything, like every facility is there, like there is a swimming pool and restaurant, and some resorts are like they also, some shops are also there,
Mm.
so like everything in one place,
Mm.
so or in a good way, like swimming pool is cleaned, and their staff is also well behaved,
Mm.
they treat very well, or they provide every facilities like what you want.
Mm.
And yes, they charge a big amount, but if you want to spend your vacations, then you want, like you want spend some peaceful time.
Mm.
So, and yes, of course, you spend money, but if you spend money and you got everything what you want, so I think this is like it's all depends on tourism. Like they are responsible. If we get any trouble in their resorts or hotels, so I think they should responsible for that. And
Oh,
if
1 minute, Alpana. I think you didn't understand the point. So, responsible tourism doesn't mean that when you go to a resort, that the people from the resort, the workers over there, are responsible for anything that happens. That's not what it means. Responsible tourism is basically if I am going from one place to another. Say, for example, if I live in Mumbai and I go to Delhi as a tourist to see the different places in tourist in Delhi. But I should be responsible as a tourist, meaning to say I should not throw garbage, in areas in Delhi. I should not litter the place. I should not misbehave with the public. I should not try to, just use any kind of transport, maybe minimize the use of transport. If I can walk somewhere, maybe I can walk. I should not try to create any problems. So that is responsible tourism. As
okay,
to be a responsible tourist, not be
okay, ma'am.
an irresponsible tourist. Got
It
it?
is about like people.
Yeah, responsible tourism. So look at the first line. That's why I told you all to read it.
Yeah.
Responsible tourism is an active awareness about the effects travel can have on destinations and the people and wildlife who inhabit them, both positive and negative.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, if you want to be a tourist, it's good. It's a good thing, right? The country needs tourism, but the country needs responsible tourists. ये नहीं कि tourist आ रहे हैं और जो भी मन, whatever they want to do, they're doing, and they're destroying the environment, affecting the people, affecting the transport, littering the road. ऐसी tourism अगर मिलेगी इंडिया में या इंडिया के बाहर, then it's not good for any country or any state or city, right? Because then
Okay.
that state or city has to sit and clean the roads, has to sit and listen to the complaints of the local people. So that is responsible tourism. Okay, Alpana, you got it?
Yeah, ma'am. I got it. I was thinking that it is about like their staff.
No, no, not
So
the staff. No.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Then,
So
ma'am, I speak again or later.
think about what you want to say. What do you feel about this? And after
Okay.
one or two people, then you can share your thoughts.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. No problem.
All right. Punita, what do you want to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, as my all friends says, and I agree with them that we shouldn't pluck flowers, we shouldn't throw garbage here and there, and we shouldn't cut the wood, and we should use our sorry government conveyance, something like that. I would like to add a few points. Some if we are going somewhere and there is a large queue for getting the bus. So I think we should have the patience to get in the bus. Until we get our chance. Sometimes we see that the some persons for getting the bus, they push the persons to each other only for getting the bus. So it should not be done. Something like that. And some persons, when they stayed in the hotels, they have stolen many things. At this time when I went to the Kerala, and I saw when I stay in a hotel, I ordered the dryer, and I said to the boy that there is not a dryer. The boy said to me that, ma'am, it was in the dryer. uh, so I told him, okay, I will check. Then I'll see that there was not a hair dryer, and I will again say him that there is not a what is this hair dryer. So he has come and see the drawer and say and tell me that, ma'am, there was the hair dryer, but some person, I think before you has come, I think he sorry he has stolen the hair dryer. So some persons stolen things from the hotels. So I think it shouldn't be something like that. And my one more thing is that we should give respects the persons that they are giving service to us, like a driver, like maid, the serviceman who has given us good services. So we shouldn't talk to them rudely, and I think we should give respect to them, because they gives us a lot of respect. So and and next more point is that you should not kill you means the person should not kill the wild animals and try to frighten them, because they are also the part of our good environment. That's it, ma'am.
Right, right. Very good points, Punika. That we have to learn to be more patient. Sometimes we just don't have the patience to wait for something, and it happens especially in public places, right? When
Yeah,
we
yes,
travel
ma'am.
by public transport, or we can't wait, we are not patient enough to wait for something. And also, unfortunately, people disrespect, like you said, someone like a waiter or housekeeping. So, yeah, that can also have a very bad impact. That's right.
Yes,
And
ma'am. And,
unfortunately,
they,
people steal stuff also. Yeah, yeah, Punita, tell me.
yeah, ma'am. Persons shouldn't make noise in hotels. Like some boys, young boys, went somewhere, yeah, go somewhere, and they listen to music on a high volume, so it can disturb to other persons.
Boys and girls both.
Both. It can be both.
Let's not blame only the boys. It's everybody. Nowadays, it's
But I
it's
think
not only.
girls are क्या कहते हैं वो थोड़ा इतना वो नहीं होती ना, बॉयज जैसे होते हैं.
नहीं ऐसे कुछ जरूरी नहीं है. At least I don't think, and I don't even think we should only blame young people anymore. You can't stereotype.
मैम एक्चुअली मैंने बॉयज को ही ज्यादा देखा है हंगामा करते हुए.
Maybe you've seen that, but yeah, basically
Yeah, ma'am, you
anybody
may be
shouldn't be
right.
doing it. Nobody should be doing it. That's true. Don't try to create problems for others, right? Respect
Yes, ma'am.
the fact that everyone's come to enjoy, and everyone wants to have a good time. So why create trouble for anybody? That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Punita. Very good point. Yes.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Tanisha, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. as we know that our India is popular as a Atithi Devo Bhava. So tourist responsibility of tourism. So means if as our family member, if we all are going some place, so our family member means head of the member always take responsibility of ours, means our family. And same as if the tourist is going some place, so the tourist has some responsibility that he will take care of all the play, means he will not destroy anything if he is enjoying the weather, place, and anywhere. If he is going, if he has planned to go there and enjoy their time. So this is a responsibility. We cannot blame even any single person. This is not a government duty. This is not a tourist duty. This is not a people duty. People. This is all our. This all duties are. Sorry, ma'am. This is our duty
Individual.
that this is our duty that we should know civic sense. If we are we observe and we feel that the things which we are doing and make we are making the environment dirty and unhealthy to others, so means we are not doing something good for others, we are creating the problems to them. So here this is our responsibility. We should think about all the scenario, like as Punita has shared that about the hotel. If someone is staying in the hotel, so after check out, the person responsibility that the he and she have to give him that we are paying money, so this is their duty that they will clean everything. We are just staying only 1 and 2 days, 2 days, and we can spoil anything like littering and not using the things properly. We broke down something, so we should manage everything. This is the I think responsibilities of tourism. And yeah, ma'am, I just want to say that's only this thing. As we live in our home, as we are living in our home, and we maintain everything. This should be clean. There shouldn't be dirty. Please, I mean, ma'am, this place should not be dirty. If someone come in our home, so what they will think? How we our home is very dirty and this is not clean. Everything is uh, everything is laying here and there. So same as we should think our tourist place, because Atithi Devo Bhava is our India knows as a means give a place to guests, that guests are God for us. So if they came like if the foreigner come in our India and see that the place is very dirty and people always argue to each other and they are not respecting, they just create the problem. So what they will think and what they will learn some from our country. And so in this case we have to maintain everything. Even guests like tourists also follow protocols, and local people also follow the protocols. Then only we can make the environment and the place healthy and clean. Yes,
Right.
ma'am, I think so.
Very nice.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
Tanisha. Very good points. Absolutely. It's
And ma'am, one
every
thing
individual.
also I want to say to you,
Yeah,
I'm
Tanisha.
very glad to taking your classes, because ma'am, this is only the class where I feel comfortable and I speak without any hesitation. Otherwise, somewhere I start demotivate myself. I don't know. That's why sometimes I'm unable to speak. Even I don't know. I know what I want to say, but I stuck in between, and I so thought that I can't be speak. I don't know what happened. If I talk in like with someone, I can convert sorry talk with them very easily. I don't face lots of problem. But I don't know, ma'am. Sometimes I feel very hesitate and demotivate. But only your class, I feel very comfortable. I know I made lots of mistakes, but the way of your teaching and the way of your correcting us gives me motivational, and so that I feel that I have to work on it. Hope I will become good some after some time, but I really feel very comfortable in your class. Thank you for giving chance to speaking in this class.
Yes, ma'am. We agree with you. We also um,
Me
appreciate
too.
ma'am style of teaching. Thank you, ma'am.
No, I appreciate it. Tanisha, Manju, yes, everybody, I appreciate it. But Tanisha, I'm just trying to understand why are you feeling uncomfortable, otherwise? Because you can speak quite well. There's no problem as such. Certain topics, maybe कुछ ऐसे topics होंगे शायद से where you feel uncomfortable. ऐसा हो सकता है. When we don't know about something, then we may not be able to say something. But otherwise, why are you hesitating?
Sometimes, when I want to express myself, so suddenly I forget the exact meaning which I want to explain. And then I go in another way. That's not a good, that's not make the good sense. So this is the problem. And even as I am not a very younger, I am older. So my memories also not work as the younger people work. Like
Yeah,
younger होते हैं, उनकी memory is very sharp.
Tanisha, don't
Ma'am,
think about age and all that. It's got nothing to do with it.
ma'am, my
My
story
memory is
is
not.
same like
I
hers.
forget very easily. Like the things which I have to speak, immediately I can forget.
होता
So
है,
that's a big problem.
happens, Tanisha. But don't think so much about this. If the more and more you think, आप अगर अपने आप को बताते रहोगे ना ऐसे कि मेरी मेमोरी हो रही है ऐसे खराब, या मुझे याद नहीं रहता है, या मुझे वर्ड्स नहीं पता है, यही आप बोलते रहोगे ना अपने आप को, then that is how you will feel, and then that is only what you will do. So just try to, I don't know, practice more and more. Try to do some reading, थोड़ा reading करो, थोड़ा करो every day. But in the other
Yes,
classes also you speak, na? Anisha ma'am's class, I'm sure you must be speaking in her class.
yes, ma'am.
So
I
let
Yes,
us
speak,
speak
ma'am.
in
sir.
her class.
I
Then,
speak.
Ma'am,
yeah.
I, ma'am,
Mm.
I want to say something. Uh, I know little bit grammar, but whenever I go to speak on any topic, I forget everything, ma'am. I forget to translate to make sentences.
Okay, so what are you doing to work on it? अभी problem तो भी नो ऐसा कुछ problem है. So what do you do to try to work on it?
Ma'am, I am suggested to watch YouTube video of translation video. So I watch, ma'am, and I try to speak with those subtitles. But I don't know why it's happened. Means whenever I speak, I forget everything.
Okay. I'm trying to understand why you guys are feeling so, feeling like you're forgetting everything. I don't think you're forgetting everything. That cannot happen. There may be certain points or certain words, something that you want to say, one or two things that you're unable to say. You're forgetting everything. ऐसे तो नहीं हो सकता. ये भी
Ma'am,
सोचो.
I make a lots of mistake, ma'am. In the sentence formation.
Hmm. Okay. See,
So,
what you're doing is good. If you're watching some YouTube videos and if you're listening to English, that really helps. But you guys are also doing grammar also, right? In Anisha ma'am's class, in
yes, ma'am.
Anisha ma'am's class, I know you guys are doing grammar there. At least once in a day, y'all are doing grammar. So वहाँ पे तो both the teachers are doing ना sentence structure and tenses and वो सब पे तो आप लोग कर सकते हो काम. पहले कुछ classes भी देख सकते हो. But you've got to practice talking more and more, practice listening more and more. That's the only thing to do, honestly. And I don't know why you guys are feeling so negative. Because whenever I listen to you, Tanisha, or even Shivani, I feel that you all are able to say what you want to say. ऐसा नहीं है कि you all are unable to say, anything. You guys are
Ma'am,
talking
I think
on topic.
sometimes I speak very fast, and this way I skip some points and made lots of mistakes.
वो हो सकता है कभी कभी.
Sometimes I get very negative feedback, like as a scolding by someone.
Who
So
is
I
scolding
start
you?
demotivating me.
Who is scolding you? Anybody in the classes is scolding you?
No, ma'am, I don't want to say the name of anyone.
Okay, if it is something at home and all, then that's a different story. But Tanisha, don't get demotivated, okay? Because that's not going to help you. See, if you think about it, you have come a long way, right? जब आपने शुरू किया, whenever you started learning and practicing, you must have been at one point, and now you have come so much ahead. Do you see some difference at least in the way that you speak? थोड़ा difference तो होगा. I hope. I'm hoping. I'm sure there must be some
Sorry,
difference.
sorry, ma'am.
From the time that you started, जब से आपने शुरू किया to start learning till now,
Yes, ma'am.
do you
Yes,
see some
ma'am.
improvement?
I feel that, ma'am, earlier, as you know very well, I just speak one sentence, but I stuck for 2 and 3 minutes. Then
Hmm.
sometime I start speaking. So it was earlier, but
Hmm.
now I can speak continuously. But
Hmm.
sometimes I stuck in between.
Hmm.
But I can see that little bit improvement is there now
There is improvement
if
at
I
least,
compare
right?
earlier and now.
Correct, exactly. So you keep that in your mind, Tanisha, that you have improved from one point, you have come ahead, and you are able to make so many sentences and speak quite a lot, right? Now you have to work, you have to continue working so that you can get better. You have to only think of moving forward. Don't demotivate. Don't think अरे वो ऐसे बोल रहा है, ये ऐसे बोल रहे हैं, ये लोग इतना अच्छा बोल रहे हैं, मैं क्यों stuck हो रही हूँ. Don't let all those thoughts come into your mind because there's no point. You are a different person, Shivani is a different person, Manju is a different person, and I am a different person. Always keep that in
Yes,
mind.
ma'am.
और हमारा सबका environment भी अलग है, ठीक है?
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
if you think about me, in my house I only speak English. So my level will
Yeah.
be a little different. But जब मैं हिंदी में बात करूंगी तो मेरी हिंदी उतनी अच्छी नहीं होगी या मेरी मराठी उतनी अच्छी नहीं होगी. तो सबका कोई ना कोई लैंग्वेज पे ज्यादा होल्ड होता है ना. इट्स नॉर्मल.
Hmm.
हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट बेटर. वी आर ट्राइंग टू इम्प्रूव आवर स्किल. You are trying to improve your English. I'm trying to improve my Hindi. Somebody is trying to improve their Marathi. Everyone's working on it. और हर किसी को थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम, किसी को कम टाइम लगेगा, किसी को अलग तरीका लगेगा. सबके लिए एक तरीका नहीं हो सकता है. That
Yes, ma'am.
also you have to keep in mind. So you have to keep this in mind and keep moving forward. Just don't think about the past or how is somebody going to think कि क्या सोच रहा है, वो क्या सोच रहा है. ऐसे सब सोच के कोई फायदा नहीं. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're getting any feedback in the classes, for example, any educators giving you a feedback, work on that. If you
Yes,
realize,
ma'am. I know, ma'am, the feedback which has given by all facilitators was awesome because they work are means they make us good for speaking and everything. That's why they are giving their feedback. But sometimes we don't take it negatively, but
mm,
we feel that how much time we will do this kind of mistakes and how much time they will correct us. So
mm,
these things give some uh, I feel that I should work on it, but I'm unable to work. Like I'm not giving that much time which I have to give for my speaking way and for my learning.
that also
But
happens, Tanisha. That is
all are
true.
ma'am, I'm not complaining about anyone. I just want to say that I feel very comfortable in your class. Nothing more, ma'am. All facilitators are good. They have their own perspectives. They give us good feedback to us so that we will improve ourselves.
Mm.
But sometimes I feel hesitate in some classes or nothing else. Ma'am.
Okay, okay, all right. So, it's always a good idea as an individual, you know what you have to listen to and you know what you have to keep. कभी कभी ऐसे होता है, right? There are certain things that people tell us which we don't need to bother. You just ignore it. So certain things you ignore, certain things you use. So keep focusing on that. And yeah, see, everybody's learning journey is different, Tanisha. Like I said, somebody may become very good in 1 year, somebody may take 2 years, somebody may take 3 years. That is normally how it works. So don't think about anything. Just stay positive and stay on the right track. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Cool. We use so much of our time talking about all this. So, anybody else who wanted to speak about the article, or can we wrap up? What do we do? आप लोग बताओ. Do you have a 4 o'clock class?
No, ma'am.
Acha, then I can spare another 5 minutes. I can, because I have a class in some time. So,
Okay, ma'am. No
uh,
problem, ma'am.
all
Please
right.
carry on.
Okay. Okay, Monica, you wanted to say something. I guess your hand is raised. Go ahead.
Ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. I add only one point because in the morning I think I didn't give my 100%. I think I had spoken very wrong. I think so, but now I want to give some other point. Like, ma'am, yeah, ma'am, we must aware about responsible tourism, because when we visit any tourist spot, we do many activities. So when we do activities, so it shows how much we are well cultured. Like when we visit any tourist spot, we behave, if we behave well, and we don't throw garbage anywhere, we we be patient for our turn, and we behave with all the members or all the people with in a manner. We use our natural resources in a manner. So it all the activities show how much. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, you're audible. The activities show. I heard till there.
Yeah, ma'am. So activities show our culture, how much we are culture, and it show our values and norms. So we should make sure for these things, that we should keep in our mind. So that's it, ma'am. Yeah,
Hmm.
I want to say only that thing.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, Monica, that you also brought up, that the way that we behave shows our culture, or shows
Yeah,
our what our character is like, right?
yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Something related to what Punita said, like how we behave with people, and um, how we conduct ourselves when we are in a public place, in another place altogether.
And ma'am, I want to say something about Tanisha's story. I know her story, but I don't take any name. But I want to say only one thing. Ma'am, everyone has their own style for teaching. So I think she should manage. एंड शी उसको दिल पे नहीं लेना चाहिए कोई भी चीजें, मैम. सो वी कम हेयर फॉर लर्निंग. So we have to manage all the thing, and we have to positive all the time.
All
So
right.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Monica. Manisha, you also raised your hand. Do you want to share anything about the article?
No, ma'am. I have a question, ma'am.
Yes,
Can I
yes,
ask?
yes, yes, go ahead.
मैम, अगर किसी सेंटेंस में दो वर्ब्स आते हैं तो क्या उनके फॉर्म कभी भी सेम नहीं रहते?
आप ये तो आपने बहुत भयानक क्वेश्चन पूछा है मुझे. You know who is the best person to ask this to? The person who takes the class at 11 a.m. and at 6 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. But see, if you want me to answer, you'll have to give me some context.
ओके.
Like, what are you talking about?
क्या हुआ था ना कि मीन्स मे बी मीन्स ये मेरी मिस्टेक होगी कि मैंने बराबर सुना है नहीं, मुझे पता नहीं, बट मुझे प्रॉब्लम है मीन्स अनमता मैम के क्लास में उन्होंने बोला था कि अगर
इफ देर आर टू वर्ब्स इन अ सेंटेंस, तो उनके फॉर्म कभी भी सेम नहीं आएंगे। और आज बीना मैम के क्लास में क्या हो गया, क्या ऐसा सेंटेंस था, वी वेंट देयर एंड वी स्टेड, तो मैंने सोचा ये वेंट है सेकंड फॉर्म है और ये स्टे का सेकंड फॉर्म है, तो नहीं सेम होंगे, तो मेरा वो गलत हो गया। तो मुझे लग रहा है कि मैंने कुछ गलती से सुना होगा, तो मुझे क्लैरिफाई करना था।
Okay. Well, see, to be honest, I don't know if there is any rule as such. I will have to find out. I can check and find out and tell you tomorrow in the morning. But technically, that sentence, what you told me, we went there and we stayed there. We went and we stayed there is not wrong. It's absolutely correct because you're talking about two actions that have been completed in the past, right?
क्या मैम, या मुझे भी वो सही लगता है, बट दो फॉर्म्स सेम नहीं होंगे, मतलब किस तरह से सेम नहीं होंगे ये मेरी समझ में नहीं आया। अगर क्लास में किसी को ये समझ आया है तो वो भी बता सकते हैं। अगर
What you were
Yes,
talking
ma'am.
about at that time, you were talking about what, right? What was anybody knows?
Yes, ma'am. I also faced same problem when I attended Anamta ma'am class, and she told me and she taught me as such. But मैम क्या कहेंगे, मैंने grasped her views, but I didn't react any kind of against her because I wanted to ask Anisha ma'am. Then an evening I will ask Anisha ma'am, because sometime we attend the other classes, but hardly, because sometime those teachers do not attend us in a proper way. That's why we avoid it, ignore it. That's it, ma'am.
All right. Manisha, can you tell me which was this class where, do you remember where you were told that both the verbs have to be in the same form? Maybe I can listen to the class and understand what was the context.
Ma'am, tomorrow, sorry, yesterday morning, 12 to 1.
12 p.m. class.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the same class?
Yes, ma'am.
और एक दो बार बोला है मैम, जैसे कि वो ऐसे स्ट्रिप्स आते हैं हमारे सामने, तो अगर किसी का रॉन्ग होता है तो वो बोलते मैंने कितनी बार बोला है